Hey Virgos, how's it going? Thank you so much for checking out my channel here at Reflexive Moon Tarot. My name is Sarah, and I am hosting this reading for you for the full moon in Aquarius. So we are channeling full moon energy that is lit on being innovative, unconventional with our innovative ways, sustainability, and so basically like humanitarianism due to the influence of the planet Uranus on the sign Aquarius, and liberation. So we are all seeking liberation. Not all of us, actually. There is a select number of people with a great deal of privilege that do not require liberation. So I would like to be very clear about that. So let's get into these cards. I'm going to start off with Mildred Payne's Secret Oracle deck. And we have Foot. So, have you gotten off on the wrong track? Or do you have, in my case, a healing foot? But this more so speaks to basically getting off on the right track. I am guessing. Yes. Getting off on the right track. So stability. This is also being grounded. You know, it's our feet that touch the ground, or it doesn't actually have to be our foot. It's whatever appendage we wish to get grounded with, because not everybody has the ability to put their feet on the ground and walk. So let's be mindful of that and know that connection to the ground, to our relationship with the ground, to the morals that are embedded within our relationship to the earth as well. That's what the focus is that Mildred is telling us. We need to get focused, get outside, and put our feet on the ground. There are other ways in which we can get grounded, whether it be through, plants, animals, having like a four-legged friend. We have Layla, the Zammer twins. You got me on my knees, Layla. I'm begging, darling, please, Layla. And darling, won't you even worry now? So number 28. This is very lunar in nature, a whole month. So this speaks to maybe perhaps this reading really lasting the next 28 days. That is the intention of these reads, that they are for the 28 days following the full moon. I'm just looking up this oracle deck here. Bear with me. Bear with me. So this individual represents a femme fatale, an unrequited love. Someone who may be lovesick or stuck in a bad relationship. Now, she's came through reversed, so you may not be stuck in a bad relationship, or you have found the strength to break free from a bad situation. You've gotten over a heartbreak, or you're getting over it, you're moving on, and you might also be seeing through the seductive charms of another. Now, I would like to stress that the seductive charms of another are not always somebody that you're in an intimate relationship with. This could be a platonic relationship. People seduce each other constantly. They hustle each other, they pimp each other, it's messed up. The way that we can assume people have the best intentions for us when in actuality they are scheming and conniving bitches. It is an unfortunate truth about this world. So, if you don't know who that bitch is, figure it out. It sounds like you already have. And I commend you for that, Virgos. You're smart people. Very analytical. It's in your nature. Okay. So let's get into the tarot. You know, it's always the people that, interestingly, like only in small doses will come through, act like they're this very positive influence, or just really want to have like a positive interaction with you. They're very, like, they'll compliment you, like they'll just boost your ego on every level. And you're kind of left feeling like when they leave, it's like really nice, but there was emptiness. There was an emptiness to the whole scenario. Oh shoot, 1 second. Not really decided to take off. Okay, and we're back. We are back with the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles wanted me to touch the ground. Wanted me to get grounded. All right. Okay. So the Page of Pentacles is all about learning. It's about career, embarking on a new career project, embarking on the prospect of learning how to get healthier, to increase your health, finances, and career. Now that is very general. Like there's a lot that goes along with that. But this person is learning. They're also sending a message. And this person could be even somebody that you are responsible for, depending on your age and stage in life. But if this is you, this is about learning how to do the act of applying for jobs, or learning how to start eating healthier. If you found recently that you are, if you just want to take up that challenge, or even if you've learned that your health is becoming a concern for you. So the Page of Pentacles isn't necessarily a young person. They just are about being a bit of a novice on some level, doing something new and different. Okay, so we have Justice. There's a lack of balance when it comes to this pursuit of a career. Maybe you need to put a little bit more effort into it, or you need to learn a bit more. Also, it sounds like you might not actually like what it is that you end up doing. You know, if you're doing stepping stone type of work, it's going to be a process of putting in your dues, and it's not always fair and fun. But usually, well, sometimes there's drama. Other times it's a really great opportunity to make new friends. Then we have the King of Pentacles coming through reversed, overlooking the situation. This to me speaks of daddy issues. That's my first. Daddy issues. That can look like so many different things. Absent parent, not learning financial literate, not learning how to deal with money, not having a good approach to money, being taught how to steal, how to hustle. Sometimes people have to do that to survive. So this is not me sitting here judging people who do that, but at the same time, like there's a but, at the same time, if you are wanting to move forward and upward in a way that is ethical, right? You want to do yourself some justice, then you need to unlearn those things. You need to understand that what you've been taught is, or what you're being taught even right now, is not okay. That a person, whoever this person is, how they've done you wrong, or how they have a relationship with you or don't have a relationship with you, it has and is going to be sort of like the bone of contention that you have to deal with. that you have to come to terms with. You have a lot of opportunities ahead of you. You know this. Subconsciously, you're indecisive about some things, and that's okay. You just have to make a choice, what it is that you're going to focus on. And it's best to pick one thing. So focus on career, focus on education, focus on friends. And if, like, we do this on a daily basis, we focus on little pieces of this in our daily lives every day, right? So it's important also to allot specific times or amounts of time as much as possible so that you can stay organized and, you know, not allowing your friends to take over and interfere with your education, or even work to take over your social life. We have the world. So you're coming to you've sort of left a new cycle behind. We did have what was it? We did have summer solstice a while back, so that could have been what marked a period of time for you. That was in June, the end of June, so we're a month out of that. We had the longest day of the year. So around summer solstice, what was going on for you? Good times, moving on, keeping your circle moving. We have the moon reversed. So no secrets. There's nothing hidden in the future. It's pretty straightforward, which is kind of a breath of fresh air, isn't it? Like, you know, you can go from such a huge unknown to not knowing what's going to happen or where you're headed, and then, you know, you really just come to the realization that everything has been revealed. Truths are revealed. You know what's up. You know what direction you're headed in. You know what you need to do. You're doing what you need to do. It's all coming together, and you're aware. You're cognizant of all the things. And knowledge is power, and it's so good to feel secure on that level. Sometimes it's also good to not know what's going on. That's not always a bad thing. Like, you know, there is, like, I want to say a blissful state of ignorance, but, you know, sometimes I don't want to say when truth is omitted, but when you don't know what you don't know, or when you don't understand or know the full degree of something, it can save you from feeling a lot of hurt, right? It's like we don't tell, for example, like we don't tell people what someone else said about them. That's like a really shitty thing, especially if we do not subscribe to what that person said about them, right? We don't say, oh, this person said this very mean, untruthful thing about you, because that's going to make them feel really bad. And you're really just subscribing to the whole cycle of gossip. What you do say is when a person is talking smack about somebody else and you don't really know that person even, or you don't believe it to be true on any level, you just say, like, I'm not subscribing to the way, like, I don't feel the same way as you. And I don't really feel like talking about them right now. I don't think it's appropriate. Or you could even turn it into an open-ended question and say, like, is that something that you said to them to their face? Like, did you tell them that? Have you let them know how you feel about them? Because I'm sure that it would, you know, it would impact your interactions with them if you were more truthful. Anyways, I digress. Let's talk a little bit about your attitude being full of love and wanting to be there for somebody in a way that is fun. And it doesn't necessarily have to be sexual, although it can be. Like, this night wants to take wants to take their beau for a ride, right? Paint the town. And you can do that platonically, you can do that non-platonically. So, I mean, whatever your intentions are, just make sure that you communicate them clearly, because it's important to not mislead people. But interestingly, so this is like, oh, who was it? It's not Perseus. Is it? Percy Jackson. That movie, Percy Jackson. The horse is a bit of a gorgon. He's got a Medusa. This individual has a bit of a Medusa horse. So they understand what it is to sort of conquer a force that has been scorned on some level, right? And you can end up turning individuals to stone if you don't. If the cup of love is really, if it's not authentic, right? So the Knight of Cups can be a bit of a player, basically, is what I'm saying. The Knight of Cups is not really, the Knight of Cups is like living in the now. So your attitude, you really just want to live in the now. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the Knight of Cups is not really interested in growing with a person, with their person of interest. They just want to live in the now, enjoy the ride, and maybe growth will become a thing, but most likely not. Most likely it is like a short, long-term relationship at best, if that makes sense. But I would say always a lover and a friend, unless if they do something very distasteful, or the individual that is their love interest does something very distasteful. If the feels are not there, then it is what it is. You just always want to be friends. Homie lover friend vibes. All right, so that could be you right now, Virgo. Homie lover friend. At the same time, maybe not. It just could be that you don't know what you want. That's okay. So people see that there is a lack of balance between your your level of confidence, or your masculine and feminine energy. And how you want to interpret that is entirely up to you. But there's some people who think that you don't love yourself enough, or that you are not confident enough or comfortable in your body enough, or truly accepting of your nature. And if we have natures that don't fall under like societal norms, then yeah, of course, it's not easy. So basically, the way that people view you, it is what it is. So if you take it how you want, if you want people to see that you are confident, it's important to have balance. Like, don't be too cocky, because that just speaks to overconfidence. And it can be interpreted as a lack, or it's an insecurity. So it's seen as a weakness. And at the same time, the way that other people see you, like, doesn't always matter. So unless if it matters to you and you want to present yourself in a certain way, then make it matter and adjust yourself accordingly. But if it doesn't matter, if you're good with who you are, if you love yourself, all that encompasses you, fucking A. Go for it. Live your life. And then we have our alternate justice card. So you want to see justice. You want justice to prevail. You want this flipped up. You want balance. You want the universe to sort of be all that you embody. Universal truth is what you wish to embody. 100%. And I think it's safe to say that you already do. I mean, everybody sort of embodies that on some level, right? But to be the true embodiment of balance and universal truth and all that is fair and just, like, that ain't a bad goal to have, you know? The world would be a better place if people really had a good understanding of what that actually is and really stride for it. But so many people are just, you know, they get lazy. They get lazy, or they find their, I don't know, their calling has to do with terrible things. I'm not going to try to make sense out of nonsense in this moment. And something's going to come to an end. It's going to be a period of renewal for you in the very near future. So justice will prevail. You know that it's coming. You see that it's coming. Something is going to, you know, the bad guy's going to get zapped. You get to save the children. So, yeah, why not? Save the mamas and the babies. It's a worthy cause. You may not get the recognition that you are looking for, or maybe you need to make sure that you're not looking for recognition. And that's, I don't know, that might be a bit of a low blow, but there could also be some conflict that you come across. But I would say that it's definitely not going to be, there's not going to be any serious slander. It's just going to be probably some, you know, usual bullshit that you've most likely dealt with before. What is this? I'm just going to clarify here. What is this business? This conflict that occurs after this period of renewal for Virgo. 9 of Coins. So maybe your privilege and your perfection is triggering for people. But I'm sure that's no new news for you. There's no new news under the sun, and you know it. But you're well taken care of, so that kind of might make you a target. And it is what it is. But you'll deal with it. You just might not get, maybe just the people that you want to recognize you aren't going to. And listen, if you're getting involved in, say, for example, like social work or philanthropy, charity is not about recognition from the people that you are serving. Ever, ever, ever. Don't ever expect validation from the people that you're serving. People who have to survive, to consume services in order to survive, that, like, the system keeps them down. So why are they going to be grateful to an agent within a system who's making money within a system that keeps them looking for handouts? All right? Make sure that you're cognizant of that. That's what will get you through your days, 100%. That's what will get you through any animosity or shade that you get from people. Okay? Unpack the things. Unpack all the isms and know your social location. Look it up. Analysis of a social location will make or break you in this world. A lot of people don't look at it, so they continue to oppress, or they continue to function in a way that is toxic, right? Okay, Virgos, I really hope the next 28 days are the best ones ever, and we will catch you next time. Take care, and bye for now.